Hey everyone! Today I want to talk about something that is very near and dear to my heart. We just started October, and October is the National Pregnancy and Infant Loss Awareness Month. Before I experienced my own loss, I wasn't aware about the statistics. 1 in 4 pregnancies result in a loss. That is 25%. 25% of women who are pregnant end up losing their pregnancy. Now, that could be due to a miscarriage, an ectopic pregnancy, a stillbirth, or the sudden loss of an infant shortly after birth. Those are crazy numbers. Those are numbers I had never heard prior to me having to experience this for myself. That's a large percentage of people. Yet, we are very, very misunderstood. October is a month in which we are allowed to spread awareness. There's acknowledgement for our loss, as well as recognition for our grief. There's education for people who haven't experienced this. And there's an incredible amount of support. That is what this month focuses on. But most importantly, it focuses on us remembering our babies, remembering those that were too beautiful for this earth and that didn't stay very long. Now, if this is the first video you're stumbling upon and you don't know anything about me, I was pregnant with my son, Abel, and I had to give birth to him at 22 weeks because I had developed an infection in which my body was miscarrying the pregnancy. So my son was born still on August 15th of 2017. And with losing my son, I realized that this is such a unique type of loss. It's a loss that's very misunderstood, a loss that is not acknowledged, a loss that is not recognized, and a very, very, very painful loss. No parent should have to lose a child, and those that do understand that it's the most painful thing a human being can endure. But what makes it harder is the lack of support, the lack of education, and the lack of acknowledgement that we're grieving and that we should be allowed to grieve. Nobody should have to be part of this group, yet there's so many of us, and yet it seems like such a lonely one. This month focuses on getting more help, getting more support for individuals who are affected by this type of loss. Spreading awareness that it's okay to grieve and it's okay for us to feel what we're feeling. This month remembers all those beautiful babies that didn't stay for long, and that it's okay to talk about them, and it's okay to remember them. It's okay to have them keep living in our memories. Unfortunately, the sad reality is that for many of us, we're not allowed to grieve. It's almost taboo. We're not allowed to remember our babies and talk about them. It's too uncomfortable for others. We're not allowed to speak their names because it's just weird for other people. And for me, I say, no, I am a mother of Abel. He is my son, and I will talk about him as much as I want. I will not be silenced. I will talk about my story. I will talk about my grief openly, without feeling like I should be shamed, or without feeling like it's a taboo thing, or without having to care that I'm making somebody uncomfortable. You would not go up to somebody who lost a mother, a father, a sister, a brother, and tell them, get over it. You'll have another sister, you'll have another mother, you'll have another father. Move on. You're grieving too much. You would not say that to somebody who has experienced a loss not that of a child, such as this case. So why does society feel like it's okay to tell me how long I can grieve for? Why does society feel like you need to tell me I cannot talk about my son? The reason why we're discouraged from talking about our children, from talking about our babies, is because they only existed for the mom and dad and maybe the siblings. They weren't real to other people. But that doesn't mean they didn't exist. They did exist. My son existed from the very first moment I found out I was pregnant. With that being said, my son is worth grieving. My son is worth remembering. My son is worth it. And I will not be silenced. I will not be silenced about my grief. I will not be silenced about my son. I will speak his name whenever I feel like it, because he's my son, irregardless of the circumstances. I ask for everybody's favor. October 15th is the National Pregnancy and Infant Loss Remembrance Day. On that day, we focus on remembering all our babies, all those beautiful children that didn't get a chance to live on this earth. And if they did, it was not a very long one. On that day, at 7 p.m., your local time, we will light a candle for at least an hour to create a wave of light in remembrance of our babies. Let's all stick together and celebrate all those beautiful children. And let's all find ways in which we can spread awareness in the month of October and for months to come. So all these people affected by a loss of an infant or child or pregnancy get the support they need. I do plan on making other videos throughout the month in hopes of spreading awareness and providing some sort of help that I can provide on my channel. As I mentioned, my loss is very fresh. I'm still going through it. I'm in it right now. But I hope with me breaking my silence and sharing my story that I can help somebody else. And even if I can't help you, at least you will know you're not alone. There's a lot of us, and there is support out there. So everybody, please, let's try to spread awareness for all those families. And hopefully I can get a lot of people on October 15th to join us on the Wave of Light. Thank you so much for watching my video. I'll catch you guys in the next one. Bye.